All right, let's tiptoe right back into Christmas for just a bit because Concord and Ninth's latest release is all about Christmas and it's so fun. So we have a really fun cover plate here with all of these cute little holiday trees, which I absolutely love. And we're gonna have fun with this today. Now, there was a lot of die cutting, so I went ahead and pre-cut all of these for us, but we also need to cut our back panel. So Concord Ninth did send this to me so I could get creative with you. And I went ahead and cut a bunch of these colors out, and I'm inspired by this is the first card I made for their release, and that video is a couple videos back if you want to watch this. It's so neat. They have the little enamel dots to fill in some of the die cuts. So pretty. But I thought for the remainder of my Christmas cards with their latest release, I'm gonna go ahead and just use this same color combination because I really love it. So what we have is Sorbet, which is kind of this darker pink. It's kind of like a pinky orange. And then we have Nectar, which is this kind of peachy salmon color. We have Lemongrass for our green, and then this teal is Sea Glass. So we're gonna go ahead and run in that direction. And I also went ahead and used a gold glitter cardstock by Concord and Ninth for some additional sparkle. So everything is all pre-trimmed out except for my actual panel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure this is nice and straight, and we'll cut that out. But let's grab my die cut machine really quick. And I want to get this all centered on my die cut plate or my cutting plate, because that'll just help me get it just where I want it. Okay, so now one thing I do with intricate cuts like this, or very detailed cuts, is I like to send it through upside down. So when you do this, you just want to make sure, and I'm going to tape this just so that it doesn't shift. You want to make sure that even if you are sending it through upside down, you're still cutting into the same plate. So this is my dirty plate. This has all of my die cuts in it. So I'm gonna put this on top because the die cut's gonna press into that. Okay, and I just placed it at an angle just to help that run through nice. And there we go. Okay, I just find sometimes that really helps get a good cut, especially if it's really detailed like this. Now you can keep all of the inserts, and this is how I went ahead and cut out all of these colors. I just went ahead and grabbed a A2 size of each color, ran it through, and then I kept the trees. In this instance, we are going to keep the background. So let me take this away, and all I want is this piece. Okay, isn't that neat? You could do so many things. You could do a shaker card. Wouldn't that be fun too? Okay, I'm gonna remove this. And then we're already going to just jump right to creating the card base, because this card is all going to be assembled right on the card base. So usually the card base I save till the end, but in this instance, we're gonna start with it. Okay, so here's our panel. Let's grab a card base. All right. Put this to the side, and then I have my Score Buddy here. This is 80-pound cardstock, but I went ahead and grabbed a piece of 110-pound cardstock for my physical card base. So this is 11 by 4 1/4. I'll place my center fold right at 5 1/2, and then we'll just press that down. Okay, so there's my A2 size card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'll set this to the side, and I am going to simply open this up, and we are going to construct the whole card right here on the base. Okay, liquid glue is what we're going to use. You can do whatever you would like for this, but liquid glue is going to be my choice for adhesive. I got a little tear here from that washi tape. I'm just going to kind of try to fix that a little bit. Okay, and then I'm just going to keep that little piece on there. It's not going to matter. Okay, I'm going to add my liquid glue all the way around here, and I actually might bring my Score Buddy right back in to help me get this aligned once more. And you know what I think I'll do because I want to have glue in all of these little pieces so that those lay down really nice, is I'm going to add liquid glue over here on this die cut, but I'm going to come over to my actual card base and I'm going to add a tape runner. That way it's going to compensate for wherever I miss the little liquid glue. And you know what? For something like this, you cannot have too much adhesive. But I don't want to just do the tape runner because the liquid glue gives a little wiggle room because it's a liquid, right? So you can kind of position your cardstock a little bit after you set it down and it's not permanent right away. Whereas with a tape runner, you kind of have to just pray and lay it down really quickly and hope that it's in the right spot. So let me do that. I think that's a good idea. Okay, I got this tape runner recently off of Amazon, and I'm going to do a really diligent job of just getting this all over. I'm going to go through the corners and the sides, and then I'm just going to be very thorough because I don't want to miss any spots. Okay, again, this is going to help with those little tiny areas just to keep those in place. Okay, now because I have the liquid glue on this side, I have a little wiggle room to adjust and it's not going to just stick really quickly to each other. And in order to help me do this, I'm gonna bring my Score Buddy right back in. I'm gonna place my card base right in the corner and I'm going to try not to get glue everywhere. Hold on here. Okay. I'm simply going to place this in the corner as well and lay that down. Okay, now I'm going to grab just a stamp block and place that all down. Now what's great about this is now I have adhesive in there. I'm still going to grab a little bit of liquid glue for this part, but all of these little openings, because now we're going to do an inlay with all of our pieces, but all of those openings have adhesive ready for us to go. That was a smart move. I would encourage you to do that actually, because again, all of these tiny little pieces, it was kind of hard to do the liquid glue on that, but it went ahead and just attached perfectly to the tape runner. Okay, so here we go. Now we have way more than we need, again, because I cut out a panel of each. So in essence, you could actually make 4 cards out of this. So let's go ahead and just decide where everything is going to go. So I kind of want to put this off to the side just so I get an idea of what these trees look like, because some of them have, you know, a little trio here. Some of them have it's a nice triangle, but we have some little swoops in there for garland. So I just want to keep this off camera, but to the side so that I kind of know what to expect. I'm also going to grab a wand. This is just going to help me grab some of the pieces. Okay, I already did decide, however, that I'm going to do all of my little trunks in this gold. So I'm going to grab the little gold pieces. Oops, easier said than done. Okay, and that has glitter on it. So it's kind of hard to grab. Okay, but we're just going to do inlay. So we're just going to pretty much put all these little puzzle pieces where they go. This piece. And I guess, you know, I said I was going to use the liquid glue, but I don't know. I might not need it. This next one, I think I'll do this. Well, let's do, and tweezers may also come in handy here. These are just tiny, tiny pieces. Okay, so we'll put this one here, and I'll link everything that I'm using down below so that you can shop that list if you would like to create this. Okay, the next one is something like this. And I just love this color combination. I think it's really fun. And then we have that tree trunk. This is it really is kind of a puzzle. You're looking for the right piece, aren't you? Okay, the tree trunk, I believe, is this piece. Let me see if that looks right. I think that's right. I again want to do all of my tree trunks out of the gold glitter. I think that would be pretty. Okay. Now for this one, I guess I will do our lemongrass color. Place that right in there. When I kind of was doing all the die cutting for this, it seemed daunting, but this part is actually the easiest part. I will tell you, this takes forever. So find a good movie or show to put on because that's going to take you quite a minute. All right, I'm going to, I don't know that I want to do a pattern, right? So what I mean is I don't want to do A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. I think I want to try, this is hard for me. I want to try to do it a little bit more random. So let's do the sorbet color. And then for all these little middles, I think I'll do those in gold, but you could have fun and do, well, you know, it'd be fun to do a variety of colors, wouldn't it? Let's try that. Oops, stick in there. This might be easiest with some liquid glue. Oh, I think I lost that little piece. There it is. And I'll do this first row live for you or let you watch kind of in real time, but I'll go ahead and do the rest with some fun music so that you can just relax and not be here all day. Okay, I'm gonna grab a variety of these colors because I think that would be super cute. Stick these in there, all those little pieces in. That's so cute. Okay, and then I will do, this last one is a little trio, so I think this would be cute to do. Let me find the top one. I'm gonna do 3 different colors. So I'll do this, and then for that middle one, let's do the sea glass. Oh, this is just a little hunt for pieces. Okay. And you could put all of these in different trays by color if you want. I just tried to keep them all in one spot because I was die cutting for quite a bit of cards. Okay, that, and then our largest right at the bottom. Okay, so you get the idea, right? We're just putting all these little pieces right in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and start going through all of these and get them all filled in, and we'll be back in just a second. Okay, I'm gonna grab the Mary die from the other collection that we used last time, the Nutcracker die, and I think it would look really pretty out of a gold because we have an area here that is kind of lacking in gold. I mean, we have gold all over, right? But it would pop versus any of the other colors. And I like how this little swoop is swooping with that tree, like they're curving the same way. And then I like how this is kind of hugging in this direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab some of, let's see if I can find a little scrap. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna run this through and I'll do it, let's do it quite a few times. I'll do once with the gold and then I'll run it through, how about 3 more times on some 110-pound cardstock. Okay, so again, I'll do it once out of this beautiful gold and then I'll go ahead and do it 3 more times. I did grab a little piece of 110-pound cardstock. Okay, let's see here. This is so delicate. And we'll go ahead and pop out all of those little middle pieces. It's nice to have a pokey tool handy for that. Okay, maybe. Okay. And then I'll just repeat that on my white. Okay, I have all my little sentiment pieces, layers if you will, and now I will use the tweezers. This will be a little bit more intricate and detailed. And I did this last time, but if you missed that video, what I do when things are this fine is I add the glue everywhere. Try to get it as much as I can, but instead of just leaving it on there, even though this is a fine tip, it still is going to be too thick. So what I do is I just take my finger and I just kind of blot that off. And what that's going to do is it just kind of gives it a general sticky on the back, but it's not like big blobs of glue. It kind of just disperses it. So it's just a, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it works. Let me tell you, it works. You just kind of almost create just a sheen of glue instead of just big blobs. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. So I'll just add all over glue. And honestly, you might not need to put it all over because as you're tapping it, you are kind of flattening the glue, but you're dispersing it throughout the die cut. So as I go all over, it's kind of adding it in other spots as well. Okay. Then just line that up. Continue to use the tweezers to kind of pinch things into position a little bit. Make sure everything lines up good. Actually did pretty good at that. Okay, so that is 3 layers of 110-pound cardstock. But let's add, I was curious though to see what that would look like. That's pretty, but I don't think it's gonna add enough. Oh, I don't know. That kind of gets lost, doesn't it? Do we need to think of a different color? I wonder if it'd be pretty to do maybe the pink. I do think that this is kind of getting lost. While as pretty as it is, it's definitely getting lost. Okay, that's why I always add the color at the end because you just never know. Let's try, okay, I'm gonna try the nectar to see if that gives us any more contrast. Even though there's some pink there, it still might pop a little bit better. And we can just hold it right on up before gluing it to our other pieces. Okay, so I added the pink layer. Trying just to tweeze a couple little pieces a little closer. Okay. Oh, I really like that though. I think that's pretty. And once we get it glued down, we'll get to appreciate that a little bit more. All right, so let's just get that on down. And I'm gonna go in that same spot that I originally was liking that. And even though this is kind of pink on pink right here, with the layered die cuts, it gives some contrast. Oh my gosh, I like that. That is so cute. One of my little ornaments, I think, fell out back here though. So I'm gonna go back in. Actually, see if I can use my little pokey tool just to kind of place that right in there. There we go. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna do anything else with this card though, because I like how the shine is with that glittered cardstock. So I'm gonna call that good. I think that is so pretty. And again, with that layered die cut there, we have a lot of dimension and contrast, and I think it helps it to pop a little bit. But just because I want to see, I love a navy, especially with this color combination. So let's see what a navy would do, because it would really pop. And I definitely like this nectar better than the gold, but it's still not giving me the final pop that I want. And I think navy for holiday cards is so pretty. So I think this is gonna be exactly what we need. And again, we'll just hover that on over before we make any decisions. Oh yeah, isn't that gonna be pretty? Yes, and even if we got a little bit of that pink underneath, I think that's still so neat. Maybe we could offset it a little bit. We're gonna have a lot of dimension at this point because I think that's 5 layers of cardstock at this point. Okay, let me add the glue and let's place that right on down. And this may be easier for you to see that tap method that I find to be helpful for really fine and intricate die cuts. So you can see the glue there, right? All the little dots, but then watch how it just softens it and disperses it all over once you do that, okay? All right, place this right on down. My personality, I'm just gonna lay it right on top and not offset it, but you can get a little bit of that pink peek underneath, which is super, super fun. And I'll just position those where needed. Oh, I love the navy. There we go. Very happy with that. All right, I'll add my little personalized stamp to the back after this. Oh goodness, see, I'm losing things. Hold on. And miraculously, it's right here. In fact, I think kind of losing a couple pieces here. Hold on. So you might want to, I wonder if that is just not tacky enough, the tape runner for the tinier pieces. So go ahead and add your liquid glue. Luckily, all those little pieces are just hovering around my mat, so they're easy to place right back in. But that's why I include stuff like this in the final video, so that when you go to do yours, you know to add the additional layer of glue. All right, there we go, final card. We are at 52.5 minutes, and that was not including cutting out all of the pieces. So that took quite a bit of time in addition to the 52 minutes that it took to construct this card, but I love how it turned out. I think it's so pretty, and that gold glitter cardstock is just delicious. All right, everything will be placed down below with links to each and everything that I used to bring this card together. So be sure to check that out if you want to recreate this, or if you just want to add some new things to your own craft space and card making collection. All right, everyone, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.